Om Shanti. Baba had been asking us to practice and experience 5 forms for quite a long time. But now, for me, I really feel it. It was not just listening and enjoying, but also experiencing it. And we start feeling the need of that, how useful it is, what kind of power we get. So first is our eternal form as a soul. I am soul, I am eternal and immortal. For soul, there is no beginning, no end. For soul, there is no birth, no dying. It's immortal. And within the soul, there are some very, very natural qualities. Quality of purity. So as eternal soul, I am pure. I am loveful. I am peaceful. And also has all the powers. As much I emerge my eternal self, I naturally feel detached from the body. And my drishti, vision towards everyone, is of soul consciousness. I look at everyone as eternal soul. I return home in this awareness of being eternal and immortal. And then my part begins. Adi Self, with all virtues, complete purity. Nature is pure, body is pure, but also divine. And from this Adi Self, I take birth, rebirth, and I'm in the cycle gradually from golden age to silver age. And then at copper age, memorials are created for our image of a deity, goddess, or God. Actually, God is one, but we are His children, gods and goddesses. From this worship-worthy stage, then the memorials of being worship-worthy. At present, I am at confluence age. Shiv Baba through Brahma Baba adopts us, gives us spiritual birth. Taking drishti from Baba as children of Baba. We follow directions of Baba and also become an angel like Brahma Baba, complete, perfect, light, transparent. And I serve all the souls of the world as an angel. Keep taking drishti from Baba. Baba makes me feel belong to him. And I have to inherit all qualities of Baba. Om Shanti. Mama and also all dadis, one of their specialty was that they were fearless. I have seen all dadis, Dadi Prakashmani, Dadi Janki, all dadis. But one of the special quality also was, especially with Mama, she was very, very cool, Sheetal, very cool and calm. There was no trace of irritation, anger, reaction. It's amazing quality, right? To be very, very cool. And cool or calm doesn't mean that she was slow. She was efficient. She was prompt, very punctual, very active. Sometimes one person is very slow, then they say uh, he is a cool person. In the sense, takes time. But that was not with Mama. Always very, very, because of that, very sweet also. But there was some power in that sweetness. So whenever she has to say something to us, whether it was individually or in her class while giving Murli, could feel that calmness, coolness, but authority of knowledge, of truth. So there was a time in India, they must be doing now in villages also, that whenever there was any kind of sickness or virus, they will invoke goddesses. And I remember too that as children to get smallpox, chicken pox is very common. So they will have worshipping of goddess Shitala, coolness. And you saw in her hand there is a broom, because in those days there were no medicine and no doctors. So they always thought that there is some kind of negative energy, the influence of negative energy. And some kind of evil influence is there. That's why this is happening. So goddesses were invoked, they were worshipped, and they will give 3 days by saying after 3 days you will be okay. I don't know how many of you remember, but I still remember. That's what they used to do because there was no other treatment anyway. So what you saw in front of you, the memorial of goddess Sitala means coolness. And you see, would you want to see a goddess with a broom? But why she had been shown with the broom? That she removes virus, bacteria, disease, whatever influence is there. Then she is holding urn which has water. So in those days, they will, the child who has sickness or has smallpox or any contagious disease, they will sprinkle the water, drops of water, and they worship Shitala. Actually, every different age, all these different souls have their own power. Like we can see very clearly today, there is devilish power, there is deity power. Because there is evil, there is negativity, there is jealousy, people take revenge, competition, greed. So it's a kind of evil power where they always think how to destroy someone, how to overcome, how to be better than that person or grab position or power. Or if there are good relationships, they can't tolerate that. So that's say evil power, no, devilish, negative power. But today also, like some ask this question, there are some people, they are so bad, but they have so much influence, they have good position, but they don't have peace, they don't have love, you don't have happiness, everything external. But in them, when it's a power of destruction, but in goddesses also, they have this power to destroy, eradicate, to remove. But their power is transforming us, in the sense of removing disease, removing sorrow, removing any kind of internal hurt, and bestow. Devilish power, they can't bestow, right? Can they bestow blessing? What blessing will they give? So there is difference between when there is purity, it's divine power. And that is why their memorial is of gods and goddesses. But when there are vices, any kind of vice, then there is also power in that vice, like anger. Many people get angry because of habit, but some get angry because they think that's the only way to control or discipline. That is why they use anger, no? They get angry. But we understand the difference between godly power, divine power, and devilish power. So devilish power is always thinking negative. It's kind of curse more. No? There is no blessing or good wishes. So the power which Baba gives us, and through yoga we get the power, or through purity, it's a power to destroy the evil and negativity. It has also power to destroy, but it destroys the evil, but also invokes and make that soul full of blessings, with happiness, with knowledge, coolness, whichever it is. So if we always remember that and I have purity, so you must be contemplating on the difference between devilish power, divine power, or godly power. Godly and divine power is very gentle and it can destroy evil, but also it gives us fortune, gives us blessing, gives us all the attainments. In devilish power, they can't give you any attainments. So always see the difference. That means negativity also has a power, right? So at this time, we have to kind of protect ourselves for any negative or evil influence and invoke and take from Baba divine power, godly power. So this goddess also is shown. It's a very interesting vehicle. She has a donkey. Why donkey? Because they say donkey is faithful, focused, just does duty. So experiment with this thought that how coolness is going to eradicate and remove, clean the atmosphere. Because deeply within, when is fear, lack of trust, what's going to happen, you can't stay cool, right? It's like you are getting little bit overwhelmed and fear. So experiment with this power of coolness, godly divine power. Wherever you are, use this power with all situations and circumstances. So there is a, when we go to Peace Village, they have sometimes whole family of bear, big one, mother, father, children, 3, 4 of them walking. If you just walk very gently with them, but if you run, you are kind of in panic. They also get that. So they, after running, we feel they're running after us, right? So to make our nature very cool, very sweet, very gentle, but also powerful. I always say no one can hurt me. No one can harm me. Baba's children can never be deceived. It's not that if you are calm, then everyone just takes advantage. Nobody can take advantage. Because some people do say, no, if you are soft, then everyone tries to. But it's a different energy, which is very powerful energy. I don't know if you all have experimented, but you can experiment now what is called coolness. Because I feel that, as I said, that while listening to practice of 5 forms, yeah, we enjoy, say, good music, good verse. But now I start feeling it, experiencing it. Right? You all agree? Yeah, experience eternal, then original, mm, as the angel, and seeing your own worship worthy form of in different ways. But all what is shown in the hands of God, it says, actually they are symbolic, right? How to depict what is their quality. So somewhere they use weapons, somewhere today was broom. I was surprised. I have never seen this picture, a goddess with a broom. But because she gets rid of, wash off and clear the energy. So we all have to be that image of coolness. So when we are image of coolness, then it's not just the nature, but we will create that environment. So Dari Prakash Mani always used to say, speak less, sweet, and gentle, soft. So our nature has to be very, very cool. So we all should experiment until tomorrow evening, see how we feel about it, to be the goddess of coolness, which is very, very important. So we reflect on that, and then we see how, especially Mama, she was so known that no one can come in front of her in the sense of, like somebody is angry, or even as you all heard, she had to appear in court on behalf of Umanli. But she just went in, she took seat, she spoke. I don't think even she had this thought, what will happen, what they're going to ask me. Whatever she knew that I have truth, I will answer. So really she was, as I said, very, very brave, very fearless. And you heard that how, once some of those who were in opposition are trying to break the main gate of the building. And these dadis, they were young girls at that time. They are holding, they have whatever they had in hand, trying to hold the door, the gate, so they don't break it. But because when I saw dadis, they were young, in their 30s or 35. And whether they go out somewhere at night time, whatever they have to do, they were fearless. So their coolness was their strength, their power. Coolness is not a weakness, but it's your strength, it's your energy, it's God's power, divine power. So we have to become that image. Om Shanti.